That's George. That's a pet peeve of mine. There's a few things that I don't like not having a fork when I want it. And
it's the necessity.
not having a fork when I want it, and number two, when water splashes on my ass when I'm sitting. There's two things I cannot handle.
How about when have your balls ever touched the water of the toilet?
No, they're not that long.
It's happened to me, bro.
It's happened.
No, my basement toilet. I don't use it anymore for that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Just Us Dads. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to another Dadversation. If this is your first time, head on over to YouTube and like and subscribe our page. Follow us also on all the other social media platforms as well as the audio platforms. We will greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, Christmas is coming around. So if you guys want some nice little gifts, you can head on over to our website, justusdads.ca. There's a nice little link that you'll see called swag. You can go ahead and buy a bunch of stuff and just give it to your husband. Trust me, he will appreciate it much more than anything else. Believe me. Like always, Chris and George are here. What's going on, guys?
Oh, awesome, man.
Awesome.
Amazing. Living the dream.
You know what happened to me the other day? I was actually going to say the story, but I'm like, no, let's just go on air before, because this is something that I think every guy could relate to, especially you guys. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me, and I want you to tell me how many times you said that same phrase, or how many times the situation has happened to you. Okay? I ripped my jeans.
Oh no. I'm getting nightmares. Flashbacks.
I've been there.
But it's always the same fucking spot, bro. It's like right below the left nut, inner thigh. You know what I mean? It's always
because you wear your pants too low, man.
That's where the friction is.
That's where the friction is.
That's where the friction is.
Like last night, man, I was out.
It's not only the friction. It's also because your pants are hanging too low from your crotch. So when you try to spread your legs, you spread it even harder there. You have to pick your pants up higher.
No, but it's not on the seam. It's like on the pant.
I know, but if you're talking about the friction in the wear and you add that pressure.
But wait. So you're
higher.
The question is, did a nut pop out?
No, it didn't. I mean, they're not that low, man. They don't fucking... I was out last night and it was very windy, man. It was cold. At some point, I get out of the car and literally it felt like my nuts were out. I'm like, fuck, it's fucking cold. And I look, I'm like, fuck, my jeans are ripped. It happens to me on average every 4 months.
Oh, wow.
5 months.
That's a lot, man. You got to increase one size.
No, I'm not going to increase one size. I think it happens because I only own.
No, I don't mean gain the weight to increase one size. I mean just shop one size higher.
No, they're too baggy. I like the fit that I have, but I only have 2 jeans. I'm just so it's always the same ones that I keep wearing. So it's only natural that they get.
Well, we usually keep our jeans till that happens, right?
Exactly.
Like I won't throw it out until that happens.
Guys, I used to rip pants all the time, and they were expensive. My pants, because I would have to go buy husky pants, the husky, for the fat kids. And they would tear. My dad would freak out. It's like, they're expensive. You know, lose some weight. They're costing us a fortune.
You're giving me flashbacks.
He's thinking of the 20s.
That was my youth.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's see, my wife. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna pass by, see what's up in the stores, if there's any specials. And you know how girls are. I mean, they always buy stuff. Guys, man, they're different. It's like my jeans ripped. I need new ones. That's when you go buy stuff.
Yeah, of course.
That's how I am.
You go shop with your ripped jeans because there's nothing else to wear.
Yeah.
I've reached the point. I think we said that last episode where I want to spend the least amount of time in these stores, except if it's like Canadian Tire or Reno Depot or Costco. But when I need pants, I know exactly. I've been wearing the exact same model, the exact same number for 5 years now. I know that's what I want. I want the slim cut, 36 waist, 30 length.
Yeah, and you could wear the same jean for 10 years.
Yeah. Well,
the same model, same type, 10 years. Same brand. Yeah.
The other day I sent my wife, like, the last time they ripped and I needed new ones.
Yeah.
We stopped. I'm like, okay, just run inside, grab the slip, come out.
like it's a depanneur. Run in and buy me smokes, run and buy me jeans, the same thing.
No, but you know what? I have it down packed as a science. It's you said it. It's the least amount of time, the least amount of effort, and the least amount of cost. Like you got to keep all those variables low. You know.
Yeah, I mean, the cost doesn't really matter because it's the same. Because I don't go to other stores. It's like that store because I know that that's what I wear, and I know that if we get those numbers, it's gonna fit me. Because sometimes you go to different stores and it's a different cut or whatever. It doesn't fit well or whatever. But so it's always that same store, right?
If I don't agree with the cost, I get offended.
I don't know what the I mean,
like if I look at the price and it's like it's not what I thought or visualized, I get offended. I hate it.
Fuck it, I'm staying with my jeans. I think I can last another week or two. Yeah, man. But it's uncomfortable, and it's always that same fucking spot, man. And it also bothers me. I try to get in the car today, and I'm wearing the same. I'm wearing the pants again, obviously. So you get in the car, and as you lift one leg to go in,
but you should wear sweatpants, man.
I wear sweatpants at home, but these are worth.
Everyone's wearing sweatpants now. Everyone. You know what? People take time to get ready to look like they're not. People take time to get ready to look like they didn't take time to get ready today. That's what people look like. Yeah. So you could do it too.
Oh, not when you're working. Could you go to work with sweatpants? You?
No. No. But I know.
But that would be funny though.
I think we're getting there. A few years.
That's sad, man. I think it's like
I can wear sweatpants to work.
Well, you guys don't know if I'm wearing pants right now or not.
No, but it doesn't matter. You're home. You can do whatever you want. But I'm saying when you go to the office, can you wear your sweatpants and your flip?
Well, if you go to the office to do Zooms, then I guess.
Yeah. Is there other people at the office? Do you care?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. Not yet. We're not there yet. You're right, George. We're not there yet.
But George,
2 years.
You wear sweatpants, George, because you have another over thing that you wear, like no?
I didn't say I do. I said I can.
Okay. That means that your colleagues probably do, and you've thought about it.
Yeah. I haven't been there long enough to take the plunge,
Yeah. Yeah. Look, man, Jean-Guy's wearing them. I could do it too.
I don't work with anybody named Jean-Guy, but sure.
Yeah, I know that was just an example. There's nobody named Jean-Guy. I don't know any Jean-Guys. But yeah, no, you're right, man. People dress the day like the impression they want to give is that they took the least amount of time. Totally.
Yeah. But they
show that nonchalance.
Yeah.
Have I told you, speaking of jogging pants, when we were young, and I'm not going to say the name, but they used to live like two houses down the street. And there were 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. And the middle one, this kid would never wear underwear, ever. But he was a little kid, like 4. He must have been 4, maybe years old. Somewhere.
He was completely bottomless?
No. He would wear pants, but never an underwear. So at some point, I remember sitting on our balcony, my parents' house downstairs, outside. And I see his mom, and I'm like, hey, how are you? Everyone is an aunt, right? Hey, she's like, oh, he's sick. I'm just taking him to the doctor. I'm like, okay. So as they're walking by, I'm looking from his pants. Those trails of shit.
No. Oh, no way.
The poor lady. The guy's walking, and the shit is falling just straight through his pants on the sidewalk.
Oh, no.
It was horrible.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
And, like at that age, we were like, look, we don't make a big deal out of it. But now today, I can totally put myself in that mom's shoes. shit, man, I gotta go back home now. I gotta wipe your ass. She's probably thinking, do I pick it off the street now or do I leave it there? So many things going through your mind.
Yeah, you leave it. You don't pick that up, man.
Of course not.
I don't think anybody's prepared for that.
like now everywhere we is the little one is potty training, but we also did it with Emma. I have a potty in the car in the back. So yeah, everywhere we go, before we go or when we come back or whatever, I always put them to pee, and then I have to find a sewer or something so I can throw it in. And but it's practical. At least there's no piss in my car. Like it took us a couple times to learn with Emma, and I'm like, why don't we just bring the potty?
Wait, you throw your garbage in sewers?
Yeah, the piss. Yeah,
The urine.
Oh, just the piss. Okay,
Yeah.
not the diaper.
No, but there's no diaper. They're potty trained.
Okay.
The whole point.
Even the little one.
The little one is just starting now. Well, she's
Okay.
been a couple weeks now. So everywhere.
Sorry, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a potty in the back. Look, man, I'm just looking for solutions. I don't know if anyone else is out there. But yeah. You guys never did that. You never carried a potty with you.
No.
So you just dealt with the accidents in the cars.
No.
I brought him to a tree.
But it's the same thing. The only thing is that in your car it's a bit more private. You're not looking for a tree in the middle of the street or wherever. It's so embarrassing.
We had a few incidents, but nothing major.
We had some with Emma for sure. To the point where the car stank. Like it went through the seat, and then it flooded over that seat protector thing that you have the seat on, and it went into the side of the seat. So when we washed everything, I didn't think, let me go into the. And then after like a couple weeks, we're like, what the hell is that smell, man? Like the piss just, oh man, it was disgusting. I don't gross anyone out there, but yeah, it took a good hour after that when I realized what the hell it was. Anyway, whatever. So none of that has happened with the little one, thank God. I mean, so that's our solution. We carry the potty with us. Fuck it, It definitely.
Are you guys diaper free yet? Or?
No, because she wears it at night when she sleeps.
Yeah, us too. Maria wears it at night.
You're right there. You're almost there.
Oh no, but she's okay now. I think.
No, but there's this feeling when you stop buying them completely.
No. The best feeling, you know what it is? When they pass that stage where they don't pee at night in their bed. Because at some point, you got to stop even the night diaper, right? And then there's that phase where, I mean...
The thing is with that, it comes back and then it goes away again.
You think, yeah? It's going to come back?
Yeah.
Look, accidents will always happen. I mean, they're little, right? But Emma, thank God, I mean, she hasn't peed in her bed. I don't even remember the last time she did it. I mean, she's good, That's a good feeling. Like potty training is fine. Like, yay, during the day, no diapers. Woohoo, she goes on her own. But at night, you got to put it on. But then the next phase is there. Okay, when do we decide to take out the diaper even when it's nighttime, right? And there,
I don't like talking about this, man. I don't like talking about this, man.
Why?
Because I peed my bed a month ago. So it's like, I'm sensitive to this. I don't know. I'm not comfortable.
I told you it comes back. It comes and it goes. I told you. It goes from once, twice a year to once, twice a decade.
It's so sad. I'm so disappointed in myself that I don't even care. I'm not even embarrassed.
How the fuck did that happen?
It just happened, man. I was dreaming. I was dreaming that I was pissing. I was somewhere, and in my dream, it was one of those weird dreams where like just people pop in, people pop out. I was at a place, then I ended up being somewhere else, but I needed to pee.
Total randomness.
Yeah, and then I got to a bathroom, and I just started doing my thing, and then I'm like, oh, something's wrong here, and I started touching.
Did you get your wife?
I woke her up.
Did you get her?
No, I didn't get her.
Did the soaked bed soak into her side?
No.
Disgusting.
Yeah. But it was crazy. And it was like, I was like, Alex, no. I'm like, no.
Yourself.
I told her, I peed myself. I went to bed. Baby, I went to bed.
What was the reaction?
The reaction's like, what the fuck? So we got up, we changed the sheets.
This is like in the middle of the night, like at 3-4 in the morning.
This is like at 4 in the morning, man.
Oh man.
You're changing sheets in the middle of the night.
I'm in the middle of the night. An adult, 40 years old. I'm changing.
So when you
my
throw out
sheets.
that mattress, you're gonna have that big fucking urine stain.
No. We have it waterproofed.
Okay.
Because the kids,
Yeah.
still we have that.
Yeah, because we have the kids that come into bed, but I warp. But it was like wow. And you know what? I think about it almost every night now. I'm like, fuck, that better not happen again.
Dude, it's courageous that you're even able to talk about it.
Oh, I told you, it's so sad. It's not even embarrassing.
Oh man, that was funny.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
No.
Like you felt it on your stomach. It's just pissed.
I'm gonna start asking people in private if it's happened to them. I want to see how regular this is.
Yeah, it happened, man. It's happened to me twice actually, but once I was a lot younger.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. It happened to me about 15 years ago. Similar situation.
I told you once every decade or so.
Yeah, 15 years ago. And you know what? In the dream 15 years ago, I was actually pissing in a garbage can.
I've had a dream like that.
In my dream, I was yeah, and I was just peeing myself.
Something similar happened to me, but it wasn't because we were sleeping, and my daughter, I just don't remember which one it was. She was sleeping in our bed, and it was morning. So I wake up and I go to the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm wet everywhere, right? I'm like, there's no way I pissed myself. I'm like, no, it can't be me. So then I looked, and it was my daughter. She had pissed on that, but it all come on me.
This reminds me of the joke with the meme circulating the internet with Biden and Barack Obama. And Biden tells him, Biden says, I take a shit every day at 8 a.m., sorry. And Obama's like, that's fine. Biden says, yeah, but I wake up at 9.
It's terrible.
No, but you know there's a problem when it's number 2, right? When you wake up and it's number 2. Anyways, I just had to share that. That's why I'm sensitive with this topic. Let's move on,
Oh, man. Poor Alex. Alex is watching this video thinking, oh, no. I'm so sorry. She's going to be sending text messages. I'm sorry.
It's embarrassing. And now I'm at the age. Well, I'm not at the age. Gerasim was at the age where everything I do embarrasses him. So, yeah, they're at that age, right?
Have you told him you pissed your bed?
No, he's gonna tell his friends. I'm done.
They tell their friends everything. They tell their friends everything, man.
Last time I was just humming a song. I was just going la la la, whatever it was, and he's like, "Bah, stop that! It's embarrassing."
What? Oh, man, that's
it's that age, man. They're at that age now. Anyways, it's fun. And and the worst thing is like he's out of luck because nothing embarrasses me. Like I don't, I don't get embarrassed. You can't embarrass me.
No, you can't embarrass yourself. You don't. Yeah,
I can't get embarrassed. Like I don't get embarrassed. I don't let that feeling.
You don't feel embarrassed.
I don't feel embarrassed. Yeah,
I'm sure there's something that must have happened that embarrassed you. Like if you think about it deep down, you're probably gonna be like, "Oh man, that was bad."
Younger, yeah, but now nothing. I remember once at a restaurant.
Is it because you're more careful with what you choose better with what you do?
No, it's just I don't react.
You've lost that instinct.
I remember there were a couple episodes, where you embarrass yourself.
No, I'm saying I could embarrass myself. I don't get embarrassed.
Yeah.
With what? With what?
There was once we were at Dairy Queen. And then there was another time we were walking in the metro. We can't say these stories, but those were very.
Oh man, say them. I don't mind. I really don't mind.
No.
Go for it, man.
I know the Dairy Queen story.
What's the Dairy Queen story?
With the ice cream, the lady in the ice cream.
Yeah.
A mom and her son.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's years ago. Yeah. Look, I'm not saying I don't get in stupid situations. I didn't say that. I'm saying that it doesn't bother me today to embarrass myself.
Yeah.
Like I won't care what people think about it. That's what I meant. But yeah, saying stupid things and swallowing my foot, putting my foot in my mouth and my ass. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's been quite a few.
Yeah. The Dairy Queen story. I remember that.
George, you never pissed your bed.
What?
You never pissed your bed?
In my life?
Well, now, recently. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll send a message to Cynthia.
It's been more than 30 years.
You know what would be amazing now if we had the other version of that story. Like, I would love to have Alex now to know. Alex, tell us how that was. Like, what happened that night? The poor girl probably got scared.
She had some on her back.
The way I woke her up was like this. Oh no, Alex. Oh no,
That's so scary for the girl. She's like, what the fuck happened? Alex, no.
That's how I woke her up. I couldn't believe it.
It's like you burned down the house. No, my god, no, Alex.
Oh man. But it felt good.
It felt good, man.
It felt good.
Like, did you go back to bed after like nothing happened?
I went to bed scared, man. In the fetal position like this. I hope this never happens to me again.
You were a little embarrassed.
I still think about it every day. I'm like,
Have you had the courage to ask your dad if it ever happened to him? Dad, this is what happened to me, man. I don't know. Is it normal?
Yeah. I would have. I haven't asked him, but we're open. We talk about filthy stuff.
Can you imagine? Like, whoo, yeah, I pissed on your mom.
Once I got her in the hair.
That's what you're worrying about. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Only twice.
Pissed on your mom every other week.
Guys, for the people watching this, if you peed on yourself, please comment below.
Yeah, please don't let Chris go by himself.
Don't leave me alone on this one.
Then there's the other side of the scope, man. When men's prostate starts fucking swelling up and they can't let it out.
Oh, there's that too, yeah.
Yeah, that's around the corner for us, man. There's people like that. I know people that have been dealing with this stuff from their 30s.
Oh man, are you serious?
Yeah, and it starts off like you start peeing and it's fucking like a pressure sprayer. You could remove spray paint from a wall.
I heard the opposite. I heard you don't get pressure.
No, I'm saying I know a person the swelling started and the effect was what I just said. It was like a pressure sprayer. But as the swelling goes up, it's gonna become a trickle.
Wow.
As the passage starts shrinking,
Sure.
Yeah. Men's problems.
So what's the age there where you need to be careful? Is that in the 40s?
Every decade it's more likely.
Yeah, 40 is that milestone where you start taking health seriously.
Yeah. I just heard how they check the prostate, and I just don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Please bend over.
Yeah. I've seen grown men, tough men, come back from an exam like a little wet, scared kitten. Yeah.
You guys never had it?
No.
No.
Oh, you mean for pleasure or for exam?
I was talking about exam.
I know, man. No, I'm kidding, man. No pleasure, no exam. No.
I've been asked though. I've gone for a checkup, and thankfully the doctor asks, right? Because you don't want him. All right, now turn around, bend over, because then you're like, dude. So
He didn't ask. He made me. He's like, no, I have to. I'm like, I don't want you to. It's fine. I have to check, but I don't want you to. But I have to.
Yeah,
but I don't want you to.
Yeah, George, it's a little suspicious that he asked.
Yeah, he's like, do you want me to check your prostate or whatever? I'm like, no, man, I think we're fine. And he just backed up. Maybe at some point we're gonna get to the point where it's gonna be like, no, I gotta check,
So if there's ever a civil suit against the guy, you're gonna say, oh, that's what he was doing. Class action suit.
The funny story with that doctor involves one of our friends that we know. And this is like back in high school. So he's telling us very casually how he went for a checkup and the doctor checked him like nothing happens. Like, oh yeah, so I went to the doctor and whatever, he checked my ass too. And we're there and we're like, whoa, back up.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man?
Yeah. He would go for a coffee. He would check his ass. He would get the finger in the ass. Yeah.
And then he's like, well, what do you mean? Like, he doesn't do that? We're like, fuck no, man. What are you talking about?
We're like, no, doctors don't do that unless they have to. Unless they really have to.
It was like a wake-up call. Like, he's like, what do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, how often has this happened? Like, he's like 15, 16 years old.
Oh, man. So when are we going to be able to go in the studio again, man?
Man, look, honestly, you guys can come whenever you want. We have the plexiglasses, so everything is safe. It's really up to you. I got new microphones. I don't know if I told you this. They should be coming, because spoiling myself with a snowblower.
But why'd you get microphones? They're perfect.
It was this very impulsive thing that happened like at 2 a.m. And the next morning I told my wife, I'm like, I did something. I can return them. It's not an issue because we.
Oh man, you see what happens when 2 o'clock in the morning, dude? You're not at your best.
No.
Amazon.
Impulsive decisions. You make the wrong decisions when you lack sleep.
But it was Black Friday weekend. We were on special, and at some point, because by the way, for everyone listening and watching, 2021, we're thinking of upgrading some stuff in the studio, getting some camcorders. But I don't know how soon into 2021 that would happen. So I was kind of in that mindset, thinking, okay, where can we, what can we do in the next year? How can we make things better for the viewers? How can how we can improve the image and the sound and all that stuff. And then I don't know, I was just looking at all these things, and it's Black Friday and the microphones were on special, so I'm like, fuck it, times 4, And then I'm like, I'm gonna regret this probably in the morning. I still haven't, so we'll see.
All right, man. All right, cool.
So yeah, look, it's up to you guys. Look, I mean, anytime. it's a matter of you guys being comfortable being here, So
okay.
It's much better, obviously, when we're here. This is much easier because you're in the comfort of your house, obviously.
Save gas.
It will probably be next year. Yeah, it's like I saw another meme again with a countdown. It says only 386 days till Christmas.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's sad. You're skipping it this year.
We all say that Christmas was canceled, but I you know what? At the same time, man, maybe this is the decision that should have been made in the beginning. I mean, like, here's the weird thing in the situation. The pandemic breaks out. We're talking about March, April. Everything is so strict. Everyone is taking, the right precautionary measures, and everything is on lockdown. Let's just be safe, blah. And everyone is understanding. They're like, okay, look, it's a dangerous situation. We understand. Everybody's supporting the premier. We're behind you. Yay, let's go. Great leadership. And then we had this discussion, right? When we came closer to the summer, it was a little, a little bit more flexible, and let's.
But you know what? You know why people are fed up now?
Yeah.
Because they feel like they've been played. It's like, okay, go shop, make sure you buy stuff, make sure you keep the economy rolling, like spend your money. I don't know if you're going to be able to see your friends or your family, but make sure the December 26th Boxing Day, you go shop a little bit more. Yeah. So, and people see through that. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, and I know there's no easy decision. But at the same time, you're not going to fool people,
Exactly. But that's where the whole credibility thing starts. Because in the beginning, it was just no to everything. We got to be careful. And it made sense. Okay, look, we're staying home. Everything else is closed anyway, except for essential services. And everyone understood that we were all in the same boat. But then after the summer, or towards the summer, where everything started getting a little bit more confusing and there's a little more improvisation. Okay, this place could stay open, but not the restaurant. And then this, yes, and that, no. And then people just didn't know. And they, like you said, they stopped caring. The only thing they know is that everywhere I go, I just need to wear my mask. And from that point on, I don't care, And now we're reaching a point where, a couple of weeks ago, he made that ridiculous announcement where it's like, okay, we only have 4 days during the Christmas. New Year's is out of the question. So it's only Christmas, 4 days, up to 10 people, 3 families. And I'm listening to this and I'm like, but that makes absolutely no sense. Like, how are you providing any safety measures? Like, what's going on here? So obviously the cases haven't stopped. I mean, they're in the rise now. We broke a record, I think, the other day with over 1,500 or something, or today, I can't remember, in a day. And I think that's what probably pushed them to cancel Christmas. Here's the thing, because he had said that he's going to give himself until the 11th of December to make that decision. I'm suspecting, like, this is just a hunch. But I think the fact that he came out earlier to say that we're canceling Christmas is because on the 11th, he's probably reserving something bigger. I'm suspecting that he's going to put measures for the big shopping centers and all that. He's going to force them to control the volumes of people going in and whatnot, because it doesn't make sense. I mean, we've been saying this for so many weeks now. I mean, you have gyms that are closed, restaurants that are closed, so many places that are out of business. Yet you go to the mall and there's thousands of people. Like you're walking all over each other, right? Especially now during Christmas. So something just doesn't make sense. So I have a feeling he's probably headed that way. But again, it's like you said, right? I mean, you're the premier. You got to look at the economy. There's so many factors. I mean, you can't really bankrupt the province either, right? I mean, you need to create some sort of revenue. It's just a tough time. I don't know.
It's a tough time, and no one has the answers. So it looks like you're improvising. It looks like you're coming up with the solutions as you go. Sometimes I'm sure there's even people that don't agree, but you have to make a decision. Like when you come up with the 3 days, the 4 days, that's because you have to come up with a decision. It's not a mathematical formula. It's not an equation that you solved. And
it makes sense. And this is what we have to do. That's what happened back.
Well, they come up with a few scenarios and they're like, any, mini, miny, mo, choose one.
That's it. It's like, okay, what do you think?
None of them are great.
Yeah. You pick the lesser evil.
Well, now we know there's the vaccine. I don't know if did we speak about the vaccine at all in a previous episode?
I don't know. The vaccine is another confusing story.
Yeah. Would you guys consider getting vaccinated?
I would consider it, but you have to look. Before a vaccine is released, there's trials, clinical trials. There's certain things that has to be tested. You got to see what the reactions are.
We're at the last phase right now, so it means that it's imminent. Like we should be getting it by early.
Yeah, that's what scares me. The word imminent.
Yeah, because every expert, and I had a doctor on my other podcast, an immunologist, and he said, usually vaccines can take up to 2 to 3 years. Mm-hmm. And it seems that, within 6-7 months.
Yeah, they're rushing to see who's going to get it out first. And that's the problem. That's why I don't like the word imminent. It's like, no, if it needs to take 2 years to be done properly, let it take 2 years. Don't rush it.
But that's what scares me. So, like, is there going to be side effects? Like, how strong is this virus to the point where you are at phase? Because I think we're in the last phase, right? So
there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to even get vaccinated, man. I believe that. I think, I don't know what the percentage is, but I'm sure 30-40% of the people are not even going to get vaccinated. Because you know what? And that's a position that I could agree with, or not agree with, but I could agree or disagree with. I don't care. But this is the issue. If you come up with a vaccine and people decide, that's fine, because you can decide you want the vaccine or not. And that's your decision. And you have every right to your decision and your opinion. Yeah. But the second a government, any government, makes it mandatory, right, obligatory, now they're responsible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't think as a government you want to be in a situation where you're responsible, especially when it came out too fast and you didn't see what all the side effects were and what the reactions were. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with making it mandatory. If people want to take it, they should take it. Will I take it? Maybe.
I don't think, especially here, I don't think anyone's going to make it mandatory. But
no, but there's talks about that, and there's talks about that in Greece. There's talks about that. Yeah.
I was just going to mention that, but it's not. They don't want to make it mandatory to everyone. But I saw something come up today where they said that if ever in the future we get the vaccine, in the near future we get the vaccine, and you want to travel, you need to be vaccinated.
Well, that's what I mean by making it mandatory. You're not going to. It won't be explicit.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's conditions. They're putting conditions. Like, do what
That's
you
right.
want, but if you want to travel,
That's it. So they're kind of forcing you, right? They're forcing you to make a decision.
well, why would it scare you if people travel and they're not vaccinated versus people not being vaccinated and walking, like we said, in a shopping center? I mean, is there that much difference?
I don't know. And you know what?
I don't know why that is a condition, like traveling.
There's so many.
Well, it
experts
would be
right
for the government of the country you're going to visit that would want you to vaccinate, not to bring your problem there.
But that's the.
I don't think that your government cares for you not to leave with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That again, we're stepping another territory now. You know, it's look. I'm not saying maybe they shouldn't.
And
but
if they make it mandatory, I'm sure it's going to be at a point where it's the safest version of it. You know, when we
Is
get
it?
there.
Is it? See, like I don't want to give the impression that I'm an anti-vaxxer. You know what I mean? Like my kids are all they're vaccinated and all that stuff.
Well, our kids only get 5 or 6 here.
Yeah, but look, I question. I remember my kid's pediatrician. She told me that there's some extra vaccines that they can get that are mostly for the U.S. Like if ever we travel, those we didn't do. We only did the ones that are regulated here in Canada. I don't know why. I just felt that. I don't know. See, I don't even know. I'm not a science. I don't know the science. I haven't studied this. I don't know any figures of any potential harm but it's just, I don't know.
But George, that's the catch. There's people that have studied it, and there's people that are divided. And there's people that have studied this issue and say don't get vaccinated, and there's people that have studied this issue that say you should get vaccinated.
Yeah.
So it's even that is split.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit of a political decision. It is, scientific a little bit, medical. There's a little bit of everything in there. But at the end of the day, it's not about being anti-vaccine or not. It's about if it's being imposed, why?
It's never imposed, and that's why the dilemma and the difficult decision rests on the parents, especially if you're thinking about vaccinating your kids, right? Because the pediatrician can't force you either.
No, but let's take COVID, right? COVID affects young people very, very little.
Very little.
Or less, all right? That means anybody under 30 years old, well, should they get vaccinated? Why?
Yeah. No.
And if they want to, they could. But if they don't want to, right? And then, then let's say a person, I'm sure anybody, well, most of the people over 55, 60 are going to get vaccinated because of fear. Like they've been sold fear. But the fear also of side effects is going to put doubt on their in their mind. Yeah, but they're going to take it. They're going to take it. It's the same thing with a drug, right? Let's say you have your hip is about to fall off, and the doctor's going to give you pills. He's not telling you this, but what he's telling you is that, okay, look, we're going to give you this to heal your hip, but in the meantime, the liver might suffer. So in a way, what do you want more? Yeah. Right. What's going to go out first? Yeah. Like we'll try and save the hip, and then the liver is more long-term, right? So people don't really think of side effects. The older people, especially now, it's been a year. Like I see my dad. My dad is scared. He's going to take the vaccine right away. And he's going to tell my mom, you should take it too. My mom's more open-minded, but because it's based on fear, the decision is easy. Yeah. If you're not scared, and if you don't fall in that demographic of people that are in the danger zone, then the decision is more logical. It's like, okay, what do you think? Like, what are the pros and cons for me? Yeah. At the same time, keep in mind that, and this is what, the officials are saying, that the vaccine, it's not like it's going to come out and it's going to be made available to everyone at the same time, right? They're going to prioritize. So I'm not sure exactly who goes first. Probably the people affected, and then the seniors, or, they're going to make it available to the seniors' residences, because I guess that's where everyone seems to be getting affected. So by the time it reaches like the general population, there's going to be already a precedent, right? I mean, there's going to be people that have taken it. Are they going to be? Is there going to be any information on possible side effects that is going to come out or not? We don't know, obviously. I wish there is. I'm just hoping that they don't hide anything, right? Or, I mean, can they not hide it? Do they need to document it? Do they need to make it public? Do they not have to? I mean, I don't know. But at least there's that. There's that buffer zone where until it comes to you, there's others that are going to have taken it before. So, and that's with everything, right? By the way, that you're alluding to that bell curve, right?
Yeah.
That curve where it's like you have the they're called innovators, then you have the early adopters, early majority, late majority, and then you have the laggards at the end.
Yeah,
right?
no, but this is in terms of logistics. They came out and said that there's no way that we can have this available to everyone in one shot. So,
Unless you're Greece. Greece ordered 22 million, but they're only 11 million.
Yeah, but here too, I think Trudeau ordered. I think he ordered 50 or 200 million. Let's say 50, whatever.
Yeah, 50 million for 30. Yeah,
It's almost double. It's almost double.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
I think it was 60 million.
No, it's how many people what's the population of Canada? 36 million.
33, 34 million.
No, it's not. It's more than 34, I think.
36.
I think it's like 36. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. 35, 36 million. Well, when you order 60 million, like, am I missing something? Maybe your math is better than mine, George.
No, my math.
But
1.8 vaccines per person.
Well, it's like it's a lot. I know why Greece got more. Greece got more because it said that Greece they want to give to some countries, right? They want to donate vaccines to some neighboring countries. And obviously they have a lot of, they're 11 million, but I think they have 2.5, 3 million illegal immigrants or refugees. I don't know how you want to call them. So there's that as well too. And
there's also around 20 million tourists a year, some crazy number like that.
Yeah, well, not anymore. Not anymore. I don't think it's that high.
Well, obviously not this summer. Even people
last summer was like 30 million almost. Huh?
They break records every year.
Yeah, 30 million. Yeah. And wow.
Yeah, because the situation around there in the other countries isn't that pleasant. So it's the only choice. I remember a time where things were better off in Turkey. Turkey was taking in a good portion of that tourism, right?
Yeah, Romania, Bulgaria too.
Yeah, now a bit less. But yeah, so the vaccine, man, I don't know.
It's an I don't know question, man. It's like you can't make the right decision.
I'm just hoping that there's going to be transparency because we know, like I said, that there's other people that are going to have it before us. I just want the information. I want the data. But at the same time, even that data, it affects whatever percentage of the population. Are they more sick? Are they more, do they have other conditions? I mean, the side effects, it could vary, no? I mean, it's not, it can't be the same for everyone. I mean, it depends on your condition too, no?
Well, that's why you need a good clinical trial period where you test all this. And the bigger the sample, the more varied the sample.
Well, right now, saying that the side effects could be strong. I think all the companies said that. I can't remember which company has one dose. I think the other one, like Pfizer, it's like in 2 doses.
One,
I think
it's unknown territory for most people, man. This.
I don't know.
And I don't know exactly. I don't know yet.
I think everybody just wants things to go back to normal. Like, I mean, think about this year. I mean, the year is ending, guys. We're in December. Like in a couple of weeks, it's done. Like, picture the year we just had. Like, nothing fucking happened. Like, it was such a lost year. It was like.
I don't see it that way. I didn't see it that way.
Yeah, for you, you were still working. We were still working. We were still, developing. Things were still happening. But think of a restaurateur.
Yeah, of course.
It's like this guy.
People saved their whole lives and it's all gone, man.
Done.
Yeah.
So many people opened right before the whole shutdown.
What a horrible fucking year. And like nothing happened for them this year. Like nothing. If they're lucky to still be alive, because a lot of them had to close down. But it's just a useless year in the calendar. Like it's just done, finished. Like look back at this year, man.
That's the silver lining. It's the end.
What happened? What did you do this year? Like usually you end the year and you're like, oh, okay, cool. We have a lot of memories. We did this, we did that, I did this. Okay, work, school, blah, 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 blah. Like so many things. For the majority of the people, this year will be we'll have whatever 3-4 little
bullet points.
stayed home, watched movies, worked a little bit, worked a couple of months, and, took care of my family, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's sad. And
Oh, it's also
sympathize.
Yeah, go on.
No, I'm saying you can sympathize and you can empathize with a lot of these guys, a lot of these people, and even a lot of them are like close people. I talk to people daily.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know what? That's what it is. There's a risk. There's a risk in living, and no one owes you anything. And you know what? Trying to make it fair for everyone is almost like delusion. That doesn't happen. And sometimes things happen for people that make them worse. Certain things happen to people that make them better. And you just have to see the situation as if it's another experience and another learning opportunity, and just move on, man.
Guaranteed. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of, okay,
What I'm saying is that they'll find the strength, man. They'll find the strength and they're going to move on. They're going to carry on.
The positive message of the day.
Well, yeah, you got to think like that. If you don't think like that, you're done.
So
what's for sure is that no matter how low you are, a shitty attitude will get you lower.
Oh, absolutely.
That's for sure.
Like this week I was thinking a lot about our friends that are restaurateurs. In addition to all the crap that they had to eat and swallow this whole year, in addition to that, their year ends with the Office de la Langue Française telling them, "Oh, guys, by the way, you gotta erase takeout from your thing. It's not, it's a fuck off, man. It's like
petty shit.
What the fuck? Like you have nothing else better to do, man."
No, it's not, but I mean the fact that the service was being used, that it means that it didn't offend anybody. What's the point?
No, it's just it's like keep banging on a fucking nail that hurts. The guy lost his business. If he hasn't lost his business and he survived because of takeout and whatever, delivery or whatever, you're gonna come and bust his balls with that fuck. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
Yeah. It's the wrong battle. It's the wrong war. It's just not right.
Like, they couldn't wait a couple more months. Like, that's all I'm saying. You couldn't wait until like maybe February, March of next year, when maybe we'll all be seeing brighter days, so that you can
you need to justify your existence.
Like, is it really going to make a difference? You know what I mean? If you come now in December.
Well, everyone has their agenda, man. Everyone is pushing what they need to push.
Makes no sense to me.
Everyone's in their bubble, man, and this is people too. Everyone's in the little bubble. Everyone's just trying to get ahead.
Look, I don't blame them. They also have a job to do. There's some moron that tells them, "All right, guys, here are the new instructions we're getting from the government. We're imposing these December 1st or whenever it was."
It's the wrong time. Look, it's not that it's not noble what they're trying to do, because that's their only identity, right? In a way, they're not trying to protect the language; they're trying to protect the identity. And the only thing that's cultural in their identity is the language. So I understand why you want to preserve it.
I have no problem.
It's me neither. It's the wrong battle. And it's the wrong time. You're in the wrong war right now. Everyone's fighting a different war today.
Like, think about
fighting a pandemic,
But like, if you were working at the Office de la Langue Française, okay, you're one of these agents, and your supervisor or your boss, whatever their title is, comes and tells you, "All right, Chris, here are the new guidelines. Get to work." I would completely ignore this fucker. I'd be like, "Right now, man, I'll get in the car, I'll drive around and tell you I found nothing. Fuck off, or take notes and do it later." Don't these people have a conscience, man? It's like, well, okay, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Are you trying to point this out to cowardice?
No, I don't think it's cowardice. It's just insensitivity. I mean, I don't know. It's okay. Like, you're following orders, I get it, but at the same time, you don't have.
Well, insubordination will get them fired. So you're right. They do have a job to do, and they got to do it. Maybe they hate doing it. It's like the guy that gives the tickets every day. I don't believe that the people giving tickets every day, they're like, "Yeah, man, I give 100 tickets a day. Fuck yeah."
I don't know, man. I'm sure there's some of them in there that go.
Maybe you're right. Maybe, but I think I think most people are like, "Fuck, man. The guy got a ticket. I got to give the ticket." A lot of people are stuck in a job like that because they can't find something else. So it's not like, "Oh my God, master motivator is me giving tickets. Let me go become a traffic warden."
Yeah.
But they got to do it. But again, whether we agree on the cause or not, the principle, like, we could debate the principle if it's good or not, protecting the language, preserving the language. is just the timing. That's why I'm repeating that. It's the timing. Man is at the wrong timing.
It's crazy, man.
Like it couldn't get more wrong on the timing. You know?
Did you guys see what's it called? Sugar Sammy. Because he's been attacking the Office de la Langue Française like nonstop. Like obviously he's been destroying them in his jokes and his stand up, and now during COVID too, he's been all over them. I mean, they keep screwing each other over, like all these hardcore, French people here that want to protect all that language. They're up his ass, and he just likes it. I guess he feeds off, and he's like, oh, So this thing came out, and he put out a tweet with two pictures, and one of them is in Ontario and the other one is in Quebec. And in Ontario, there's a picture where it says the government is forcing the delivery apps like Uber and all that to put the tip, to pput a ceiling, like to maximize the tip and all that stuff for the restaurateurs to make some extra money. So like supporting that kind of industry because of the hit that they've taken. And
what do you mean maximize the tip?
Like, let's say you get Uber, there's a service charge that they charge. I mean, I don't know exactly how it's divided. Something goes to the restaurant.
Wait, so whatever you'd be paying Uber, the restaurant will get a cut on that? Is that it?
I don't know exactly what they're thinking, and I'm not sure exactly how it's now. Like you're buying your food, obviously Uber takes a cut for them to pay it. But I think in terms of the tip or whatever, they want to maximize it so that I don't know if Uber is going to take a percentage of that and another one is going to go to the restaurants. They're trying to figure out a formula where through like an additional fee like that, they could support the restaurateurs, right?
Got it. Okay.
So he puts that up and goes, meanwhile, in Quebec, and you have a tweet that was sent out by l'Office de la Langue Française with a poutine. And they're like, during this holiday season, don't use takeout, just something pour apporter, for your food, happy holidays kind of thing. I can't remember what I'm paraphrasing, obviously. And like you see the contrast, and you're like, look at this fucking situation.
Yeah. No, I agree with that one.
Oh man. Anyway,
it's okay, man. It is what it is.
So we're gonna take some takeout. Oh no, we're takeout. Man, you know what frustrates me is that we've become a laughing stock on so many occasions because of the Office de la Langue Française. If you guys remember a couple years ago, like they named it the Pasta Gate. When
they named it what?
Pasta Gate. Do you remember the Pasta Gate? It was back in 2000. It was between 2012 and 2014. The PQ was in power.
I remember that.
Yeah, they increased the funding for the Office de la Langue Française, and they went on St. Lawrence. I can't remember which restaurant it was. And they were busting chops because on their menu.
Oh, yeah. And even the computers, the people that had démarré Windows in French. And
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not only that. The menu, you walk into an Italian restaurant. It's an Italian, it's like what's it called?
Menu.
Like a high-end Italian restaurant. Like they're not going to translate the terms. I mean, if you're having a cannoli, it's because it's fucking called a cannoli. What else are you going to call it? You know what I mean?
Le cannoli.
What are you going to do? And they're busting balls because the menu is in Italian, or not in Italian, but the it's like, how else are you gonna call a moussaka? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna call it, man?
le moussaka.
Like, what are you gonna call it? Like, I don't know.
Look, man, I get them. I understand them. But there's a different way of doing it.
And we were like fucking ridiculed all over the world. Like they called it the Pasta Gate. It's ridiculous.
But you know what? At least now it's better because at a point they used to demonize.
Aren't they going after Bonjour Hi also?
Yeah.
When you walk into a store, they tell you Bonjour Hi, and they're going after that phrase. They don't want that.
Like that's ridiculous. But what were you saying, Chris?
No, I'm saying at a point the strategy was to demonize English instead of like trying to like give incentive for more French, right? You could promote your language and people could be like, hey, maybe I should be using it, or you could shit on English. And at a point they were just shitting on English, and that's what made people hate French more.
Yeah.
There's a way of doing it, right? What you could do is you could promote your culture, the usage of the French language. You don't have to like forbid people speaking it. You can have Canada thinking that 2-3 languages is an asset and in Quebec, where we penalize people for speaking on the extra language.
Yeah.
That's what didn't make sense here.
Yeah.
Because I kind of agree with the identity thing and preserving the language. I get that.
100%. Yeah.
It just they went. It's just the wrong approach.
Yeah, they took it one step further.
Yeah, it's the wrong. Yeah.
No, but I know what you're saying. At some point, it was that.
Yeah, it was that. At a point, it was that, and people got fed up a little bit. And I get it now with more immigration and different languages, right? Montreal, right? Quebec is what, 8 million. Montreal is like 3.5, something like that, 4. So you're looking at half the people maybe later on, right? Once this becomes exponential, and the immigration gets higher, and people start giving birth to immigrant babies and blah 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 blah. Like that's where the threat comes. In terms of the language.
And the thing is, it's not only the threat of the French language. Obviously, the French language is threatened because English is much more predominant. But
yeah,
the numbers are showing that even the English language is dropping because, like you said, there's more immigration, many more families, from immigrants, and they're just speaking their mother tongue. So. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like the more immigrants you're accepting here, it's normal that is gonna.
And they're trying to reinforce something to proactively save the future down the line, whatever the numbers are, maybe 5 years, 10 years, right? So but the wrong timing, man. And I hope they understand. I hope they get the message.
I don't know if they will, though. That's the fucking problem. I honestly don't think they will.
They've never been known to read the room.
Yeah.
It's not about that, George. It's the fact that...
it is. Right now, it is about that.
Of course it is. It is. But they're sticking to the fact that it's a law. I mean, we have a language law in Quebec, and we're just applying law. It's like, it's like running a red light and asking for the police officer, come on, man, make an exception. Come on, man. We're living through COVID. Come on, I my mind was elsewhere. I didn't see the red light, whatever.
I know, but we're not talking about something that, there's physical danger. We're talking about some letters on the glass.
For them, there's another kind of danger,
Yeah.
I know, but it's because it's long term. You could worry about it in a while, not yet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
my batteries are gonna die soon.
Yeah, we're gonna call it, boys.
Lose husband.
Who? What?
We're gonna lose husband.
Guys, I really don't know how this happened.
For those wondering, because we can't see the names, but for the people wondering, Chris's little square has husband written on the bottom. So
that's my name. That's my title. I'm the husband.
It's been almost an entire year we've been and we still have. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Send us your comments. Send us any questions you may have. Go and like us and follow us and subscribe on all the platforms. And we will see you all in the next on the next episode. Ciao, boys.
Adios, muchachos.